It's fine.
Maybe we put it on that thing.
Fuck.
Oh no, plus we're live.
I spilled.
That's okay. Oh, that glass might be what I put my whiskey in. Hey, thanks. We're live. Oh, wait. We need other Friday the 13th swag.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Yeah, happy Friday the 13th. I've got like multiple Jason masks. This is something I'm going to fixate over, Olivia. And I'll burn 10 minutes.
We got a lot of Hubies.
Do we?
Yeah.
Hubie Halloween in chat?
We have
too many.
Apparently
Hubies.
a rock hard Hubie.
A rock hard Hubie? What does that mean? Hey, check out this card I found when I was looking for the Jason mask. Remember him?
Yeah.
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 Oh my gosh. Olivia's repping Friday the 13th. I am not.
Because I'm better than you.
Because you're better than me.
Just kidding. It's not. It's yours.
Yeah.
But you didn't even know it was Friday the 13th. I told you.
Yeah, I know. I've been a little distracted. Oh, god damn it. How does somebody with multiple Jason masks bomb out this hard? Should I trash the place looking for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Even though
should people watch you trash the place looking for them?
Yeah, sure. Does a Pokemon hat count?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But you still have it swung around.
Oh, yeah,
no,
sure.
Don't
here.
have it swung around.
Hey, this little stool works great for this.
Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna wear a Jason mask, but I can't find it. Wait a minute, maybe it's in here. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, who knows? But I've got multiple different colors. And it doesn't matter.
People missed you, they say.
People missed me? Where have I been?
I don't know. Well, I think probably like not everybody's been on it the last couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Since we've been back.
Totally.
Yeah, you see Shetty right there.
Oh, yeah. Are you looking at Shetty? Oh, god damn it. I love when you're looking for something, you find a bunch of other random bullshit. Like my Chippendales Rescue Rangers cosplay, Hawaiian shirt.
I guess that'll work. No.
No.
No, you just want... Do you want this?
No. No. It's Freddy. All right. Fuck it. It's not worth wasting.
You have so many.
I know. It's okay.
Over here?
You think? Maybe.
I don't know.
That's all right.
Let's get this party going.
It doesn't matter. It was a good bit. I never had the masks. It was all about me looking for the masks, and that was what the plan always was. How's everybody doing? Let's start a GoFundMe for a proper camera tripod. Wait,
I like this. Oh,
it's a laptop camera. I like this. It's a laptop camera. It is what it is. And the fact that we have it on a swivel is pretty next level. So, yeah. Do you think that's bright enough?
No. Especially since you're sitting in my light when I sit back.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's fine.
I'll dodge it. No, I'll make sure you're in good light.
No,
Don't worry.
Fine. I don't need to be seen.
I have one other idea of where the masks are.
Where is it?
On the other side of the wardrobe. Perhaps.
Isn't this great? Now you got somebody to run camera during your live streams.
Oh, gosh, yes. All I ever wanted. All I ever wanted.
Oh, we got a little magician's cutie.
I haven't needed. Yeah? What are they saying?
Just saying they're a magician's cutie right here.
All right. Well, you know
luck?
what? No luck. Following me in my failure.
I was going to make a really bad joke.
That's all you've been doing your whole life? Following me in my failure? Olivia, that's okay. You can make those jokes.
Oh, God. Is that all?
This is like paperwork from Onyx.
Oh.
All right. Now we can't get out of the garage because I trashed the place. Oh, man. Truth is, it bothers me deeply. Okay. It's the chillest live stream. The cool thing is to start a live stream in a panic. You know, searching
we
for
start
something.
every live stream in a panic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that I'm on every live stream, but all the ones that cross your arms at the same time.
Well, I decided to unplug our camera right before we went live, which was a really cool decision on my part. But I just wanted to keep things, you know, unexpected. It's a super chill stream.
It's really hot.
It is really hot.
Is
You
it
don't
really-
you don't have to wear the jersey.
What do you mean? I wanted to wear it.
I
I
know.
said I want to wear the jersey.
But now I feel bad
Don't
because
tell
it's
me
so
what
hot.
to do.
Hey, you do whatever you want in regards to the jersey and anything else in life. How did we meet, Olivia? Somebody asked.
I don't actually know how we got connected, but you hired me for the Terror Twins shorts stuff.
I know how we
That was
got connected.
How did we get connected? Was it Kelsey?
No, David Neer.
Oh yeah, David.
I had seen you in some sketches with an
Mhm.
actor and writer named David Neer,
Who's a goddamn genius.
who is a literal genius.
Literal genius. It needs to be super famous, but
Funniest, I mean,
Yeah.
God, one of the funniest people I know. And he connected us so that I could then talk to you about Terror Twins. And
why did you want to hire me?
Because you were funny in the David Neer sketches.
Nice.
And you felt like somebody that wasn't afraid of making a fool of themselves in a
No.
good way. You were silly in his sketches along with him.
Those are fun sketches.
Yeah. So we made the Terror Twins, and now here we are in this beautiful garage with this beautiful jersey with all of you beautiful people. What other questions do we have? Oh, I love the Fortuitous Films hat. Would you ever think of selling them? I would, but I think this needs to be larger, this logo.
No, I
You don't
like the
think so?
small logo.
Okay.
I actually want one even more subtle.
You want a hat this is even smaller?
No, but maybe it's just to the side. Like
The logo?
small. Yeah, like
Or do you mean that the logo is more subtle,
No,
like
that,
it just says
I want one
FF or
that's
something?
not like a trucker hat, just like a baseball cap. that
Yes,
then
like a
says
dad hat.
Fortuitous Films, like right here.
Yeah, on the side. Okay. Well, then let's get them ordered. Let's get them designed. You know me, I'll get that hat designed in a moment's notice
Yes,
and
you
have
will.
those on the way. I don't know about Andy Dick's arrest, but let's talk about it for an hour.
Hasn't he been arrested a lot?
Yes, but somebody's saying that there's like a new arrest.
Oh.
I don't know anything about the new arrest. How about this? It's 6:15. I don't even know what to say anymore because you don't want to be told you can take off the jersey.
No. You know what's a fun fact about Friday the 13th?
No. What?
My grandmother
Yeah.
was born on Friday the 13th.
Okay.
And she died on a Friday the 13th. It was her favorite day.
Wow.
She fucking pulled off the ultimate.
Wow.
I don't know. Isn't that
I don't
nice?
know. What would you
know
even call that?
Death move.
The ultimate death
Life
move.
death move.
Yeah, that's a really very nice cyclical.
Yeah.
It's kind of a heist.
Yeah.
Life is kind of a heist, you know?
Yes, it's a little bit of a heist.
We get in, we get out, take what we can, leave what we have to behind. It's a whole like Ocean's 11 thing. I just want to hear about stupid funny stories you guys have with Andy Dick.
No, we don't
mine's
have
not
anymore. We already told them.
Yeah, mine's not a funny story. It's that one of his cohorts broke into my apartment and I had to physically remove him while Andy was walking around to the back of my apartment. Not fun. And then we called the cops and the friend that was high out of his mind went home and Andy Dick and the other guys drove around looking for the house that they meant to step into. You were born on Friday the 13th too?
Yeah.
Is that true, Abigail?
Wait, oh.
What?
I was reading a different one.
So, well, which one? You can read.
That it was born on May the 15th. What do you know?
Oh, that's not today though, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a joke.
Copy. I'm caught up now. I still want to find those masks. But somebody asked if I'm directing Jungle of Darkness. No, I believe Adam Doherty is. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about anything and everything we want to talk about. But we're going to have a little bit of focus for some of the live stream, which Olivia's clocked out on.
What do you mean?
No, it just looked like when I talked about applying some like structure to the live stream. You were like,
I like the
"Oh,
idea of
fuck."
structure.
Okay.
I don't even know what this live stream is anymore. I just happen to be here on Fridays, and here we are.
I know. We've been editing the Onyx film, and then I just press live, and then we're here. We're going to talk about the Decedent for a little bit, and then we're going to talk about Jungle of Darkness. But then we're just also going to talk about anything we want the entire time. I mean, I'm hot, dude.
Is Creature Kid in the house? Somebody just said Creature Kid.
Is Creature Kid in the house?
What's up?
Hello.
Hi, Adam.
Hi. So, dude, you beat up and kicked out Andy Dick. I didn't kick out Andy Dick. I kicked out his buddy. His buddy thought I was his dad, and I was not his buddy's dad. So I had to remove him from my house. It's a long story, but the guy was out of his mind. And so, it's kind of a short story in ways.
Don't read it out loud. I'm just like pointing at things. I don't want you to read to yourself.
Yes. Yes. Wonderful.
Another one.
Olivia is going to be, her credit on the film is going to be Master of Oversight. That'll be the credit.
That's a good credit.
Yeah. It is interesting to think about just, gosh, how many, weren't we talking about this recently? What were we talking about? That just how much work goes into the creation of any single film.
Yeah.
And how most people watch it, and for 90 minutes, they're just like, fuck that. You know what I mean?
God.
And I'm not saying we should like movies just because they're a lot of work. Because I'm critical of films.
Very.
But god damn, it takes so much work.
So much work from everybody.
It takes so much work. Every edit decision we make is like 2 hours of looking through takes and
literally
trying options.
30 seconds could take us 2 hours.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Cody, you can be credited as chillest backer. Yeah. It's so funny. Rocket Sauce. I'm watching the Cursed Films episode that's about Cannibal Holocaust, and they're talking about the mountains of cocaine the entire crew was doing on Cannibal Holocaust. That wasn't the vibe on the Onyx set. Yeah, we weren't doing mountains of cocaine.
But Ian was making that coffee.
But that coffee from our sound guy was pretty close to cocaine level power.
He was making cold brew and bringing it every day.
I got to a point rather quickly where on those overnights, it just felt like daytime to me.
That happened to me finally on the last day, on like day 9 of overnights. I was like, okay, I live here now. And then I had to go right back to normal life.
Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you had to get back into normal life a lot quicker than I did.
Yeah.
God damn, where are they?
You're not going to find them.
They've been sitting
Hero
out.
Hair. I know you guys have been here for a hot minute. Hi, guys. Yeah, Ian wanted us awake.
Yeah. But man, even if you'd had regular coffee up to that point, if I had some of Ian's cold brew at 3 a.m.
I never had the cold brew.
You didn't?
No, dude, I'd shit my pants. I have to be very careful.
That cold brew took me to the next plane. I was on Pandora, to reference Avatar 2, which is very much in discussion.
Are you going to talk about, is this going to be an Avatar 2?
No, we're not talking about Avatar 2.
We don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of time.
Nobody does. We're not talking about that. We can talk about Doctor Strange a little bit if people want to, but even that's kind of like, okay, Marty, thank you for kicking it off. We're going to talk about the Decedent because I uploaded a video last week and it was a little confusing, I admit.
I liked it. It felt chaotic. It felt off the cuff.
Felt off the
cuff. You were like, hey, can you watch this and tell me what you think of this video? And I was like, oh, I have some thoughts. And you're like, it's already live.
Yeah, you were like, hey, I got some notes. Can I send them? And I was like, I'm sorry, it's already got a number of views, but not many. I made a feature in December in Pittsburgh called The Decedent. Hero Hair. We can talk about Doctor Strange's wig. Why don't we do this? Let's talk about the Decedent.
Should I get the board?
And then we'll get the board. We'll talk about Doctor Strange in the middle. And then we'll talk about Jungle of Darkness. Okay. So the Decedent, I had been talking about for a while, making like a found footage movie to just get something shot, maybe wake myself up a little bit, and do a project prior to Onyx so that I wouldn't be like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler when I made Onyx, coming out of years of retirement. And originally I was going to make a movie that took place at an amusement park, and there was like a weird employee killing off like
Great script.
David Dobrik type vlog squad
Really
people. That was fun. But then the amusement park location, what they were going to charge the amount of money that I was trying to spend on the entire film. So then I asked a friend of mine who is well, now she works in organ harvesting for the state of Oregon. But she originally, Nate knows about the amusement park idea because Nate designed a mask for me because I like getting things designed
mask.
Really early on.
You like spending money.
Yeah, yeah. I like getting posters made and masks designed before I secure locations, which I think is how you're supposed to do it. But the point is, I'm still all in on that amusement park idea. I think it's a great idea.
Making that.
Oh, for sure. But I couldn't get the location. The amount they were going to charge was just, I couldn't do it. So I pivoted and I asked a friend of mine who used to do makeup on the deceased if she had any connections to funeral homes, because I like writing around a location, even though I didn't for the amusement park one. And I said, if you have a connection to a funeral home that would let me film there, I'm going to write this script. And she said, I do. It's in Syracuse. And I talked to the Syracuse funeral home for like 2 weeks, and they were like, we're all in. And then I said, let's do it. And I started hiring makeup artists out of Syracuse. And then the funeral home in Syracuse said, never mind, fuck off. And I was like, copy. And then I went back to my makeup artist friend and said, do you have another connection to a funeral home? And she said, yes, in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. Do you like hearing these stories over and over?
I'm not. No, I love it.
No, I know, but you also.
I'm trying not to interrupt.
So we went to Pittsburgh and shot a found footage horror feature in an active funeral home.
It's fucking so great.
And the woman that ran the funeral home was so nice and hospitable. And, you know, it's not easy to work around an open business, and especially one that deals in such sensitive things as life and death. But we did it.
This idea is one of my favorite ones you've come up with, because you know me, I'm not a big found footage.
I know.
Fan, because I've done so many. I've been in a few, so I'm not. Yes, but then when I read this, I was like, "You have to make this."
Yes. Yeah. And it was a really interesting introduction into the funeral industry that I know nothing about. We didn't put the fun back in funeral. Might put the fucked up back in funeral.
Yes.
It was a really intense experience, and there were some people that definitely had a harder time with it, because we did have to work around the deceased and remain respectful and also get our job done. So it was an interesting balance. But it's about, for people that were saying, what is it about? It's about a funeral director who is working on a body, is doing restorative makeup on the body because they're the victim of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So she's kind of rebuilding a piece of their face for an open casket viewing. And it turns out that body might have been influenced or possessed by an evil spirit. Maybe. Olivia, now I don't want to freak you out, but it's possible that that spirit might leave that decedent and attach itself to the funeral director.
Fucking dope.
And if it did that, it would make for a pretty wild night. It's pretty spooky. Man, that would have been great if we both said the exact same fucking thing. So it's like 85 minutes long. It's a quick feature.
Can we talk about Zoe for a second?
Oh yeah. So the lead actress is Zoe Graham, who was in that movie Scare Package and is in Scare Package 2, Boyhood. It kind of puts me in league with Linklater. I don't know if that's official, but I think it might be. So anyway, the spirit attached itself. Well, Marty, what a good question. So if the spirit was attached to the person before they killed themselves, would that mean that that person had done some evil things in their life?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Can't give it all away.
Can't give it all away, but it is the body of a serial killer. Just gave it away. So the point is, I shot the thing. I edited the thing. I was locking to edit while we were in Massachusetts for Onyx. And my producers were really stoked on that.
So happy.
That I was at the dinner table editing The Decedent while we were in prep for Onyx. But we just need money for color, sound design, visual effects, just finishing funds. So that link is in the description, unless I did it wrong.
You did it right. Oh, you mean this?
I mean,
have no idea what you did here.
If it's in the description, I don't know.
For the live?
Yeah, I put it in the description for the live.
I think anyone who loves your work is going to love this movie.
Oh, and I'm in it.
Yeah. Oh, he's fucking great in it. It's actually one of my favorite performances of yours.
Wow. Thank you, Olivia.
I was freaking out.
I really like this conversation.
Can we show?
You thought I
wish
was
we
good?
could show people stuff. Yeah, you were really good.
Oh, thanks. Well, people have said, can you release a teaser? But the thing is,
yeah, we got to finish some of it.
One of the biggest things that it needs is color. It needs treatment because there's 6 security cameras, and then there's a GoPro that the funeral director wears on her head because she's showing people the process of doing this makeup restoration for a mortuary science class. And then there's a vlog camera for the same thing. And then there's a body cam from a police officer that shows up. Each of those cameras needs a different look, needs a different aesthetic treatment. So, you know, I don't want to show it to anyone until it's had that treatment applied. Can you finish Onyx movie first and then use the leftover funds? Oh, there will not be any leftover funds from the Onyx movie. The Onyx movie is costing everything we raised and then some. The Onyx movie, there's no leftover money. I'll say
the Onyx movie looks like an $80 million film.
Whoa, so 80?
Yeah, people.
Oh.
It's quite incredible what's getting pulled off, but there won't be any leftover.
And Creature Kid, I can't even believe. Yeah, there's also Creature Kid work in there. Without giving away too much, Creature Kid is responsible for what kind of becomes like a slasher mask in the film. It doesn't start off that way. So when I was prepping for The Decedent, I reached out to Adam and I was like, can you make me something else real quick? And him and his team did. And I was very thankful.
I got super jealous that Zoe got to wear that mask.
It's a pretty cool mask.
Pretty cool.
Hey, spoiler alert.
What? Oh.
That's okay. I don't think it's the type of thing that you can spoil because I think the movie is about just having fun.
The experience.
And it's just like, it's kind of my little take on found footage. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's also like serious enough, I think, to be grounded and to have stakes.
Yeah.
But somebody said, was it a distraction from Onyx? I don't know how to explain this to people, but I have to work on multiple things at once. I don't know how else to explain it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just how my brain works. Yeah.
I think a lot of artists. I mean, I'm the same.
Totally.
Way. I'm working on.
You gotta. What were you gonna say?
You gotta work on many different things. It's the only way because you gotta give certain things a break in your brain.
Exactly.
So you gotta work on something else. So you always have several things going at once.
And they each kind of
complement each other.
Tickle a different tater, as it were.
Ooh, French fries.
Oh, French fries.
That's what we should.
We didn't order anything.
No, but we were talking about getting spring rolls, but French fries sound better.
Do you think as soon as the live stream ends, there's time to order spring rolls or French fries? Okay. So no, Decedent Thomas is something I would want to sell to like a Shutter. I want to try to get it out there. But yeah, it's good to kind of pivot from one project and then go back to another. I think Adam would agree. I feel like you take a breath from one thing and you work on another, and then you've got fresh eyes when you go back to the other.
Yeah.
Amanda, is there a minimum amount we have to give to fund The Decedent? Just as close as we can get to the $20,000 goal.
I think she's asking for her. Is for an individual, is there a minimum amount?
Oh, no.
I don't think
it's
she's
a GoFundMe.
20 grand.
No, Amanda, do you want to go all in for 20? No, it's a GoFundMe. Any amount you give will help. You know, any amount you give is going to go to the people that are working on it in post. I cut it. I don't even remember editing that.
Thanks,
film.
Thomas. Editing The Decedent? I remember because I was getting cuts every day because you were back. You were editing when you were in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Because I was getting little chunks at a time.
Yeah. Oh, and when I was in Maryland.
Maryland, yeah.
For the holidays.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know why I don't remember.
I know why you don't remember.
Because I had COVID.
Yeah.
I got Omicron over the holidays. For people that don't know, me and my whole family had it at my sister's house, and it was shitty. Even though this is what's hard to talk about. I was gonna say even though I was vaxxed and boosted, but I'm not trying to shit on the vax and the boost.
No, it would have been much worse.
It would have been much worse, dude. My ass was thoroughly kicked by Omicron. I was like panicking.
But you made a sweet movie. I bet the movie wouldn't have been as good.
That's true, because the first
fucking
man, I was in the multiverse, which almost brings us perfectly to a discussion about Doctor Strange 2. Needless to say, Omicron sucked. And it kicked my ass, but I still edited. I remember, and now I'm remembering.
Made a fucking movie.
You
edited a movie. You're an animal.
I remember literally saying to myself,
a fever edit. That's exactly right, Nate.
Yes, it was a fever edit. I remember sitting down and being like, well, he still edited a film, even while stricken with COVID. But then like night 3, I fucking couldn't edit anymore. All I could do was watch The Matrix and Don't Look Up and a Beanie Baby documentary on HBO and pivot from painkiller to painkiller and Dayquil to NyQuil and just pray for the morning. Yeah, COVID fucked me up. Hashtag COVID fucked me up. And I remember thinking specifically while I was in the middle of it, I would hate to experience this not vaccinated, not boosted, because I was panic messaging my doctor at Kaiser Permanente in the middle of the night. I was like, I know I'm vaxxed, but I'm kind of freaking out. And she was like, as long as you can eat food, you're okay. But I could barely eat food.
Yeah. But you still made a movie.
But I still made a movie. And so if you want to help back the Decedent, the GoFundMe link is in the description. There's a lot of cool local Pittsburgh actors. Zoe came to Pittsburgh from Austin, where she's based. And we really got along. And there's a number of I'm not going to say it's Linkletter inspired, Olivia, but I will say this. There's a lot of naturalistic conversation that aren't often in found footage movies. A big problem I have with found footage movies is they're shot to be naturalistic, but they're still written like...
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
There's still a script.
Yeah, right.
And it's not great.
And I think The Decedent is a little bit like, elevated. Slacker by way of Paranormal Activity. Anyway, I've complimented my unfinished project enough.
Wait, did you shit on my movie?
I didn't say anything. I said slacker by way of Paranormal Activity.
Oh, okay.
That it's like kind of relaxed and conversational, but still has found footage.
Yeah.
And there's spooks in there.
That's my favorite scene, actually, is the scene where you guys are having that long conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Bowser's really good in the movie.
Oh,
very different.
Thanks.
You know what's really exciting is you're gonna have 2 movies come out. Hopefully, if we get to finish this one. The bonus movie.
Yeah.
Where you're completely different. You couldn't be any more different than you are as Onyx. Because I don't think people realize how good of an actor. You're a real fucking actor. You've been acting your whole life. Like, you're a really good fucking actor.
Well, thank you.
You're Onyx.
Wow.
I don't know. Sorry.
Thank you, Olivia. I have been acting my whole life. And The Decedent was fun in the sense that I wasn't doing a bit, wasn't doing a pre-programmed bit, something that I can kind of settle into. I actually had to think more like an actor, which got me out of my comfort zone a little bit. It was a little more confrontational, but it was fun. Okay. So let's talk more about the vaccine. So anyway, that's The Decedent. You can go to the GoFundMe link if you want to back it. And
maybe we can release little bits, just so people know.
Little bits. I can put up a little. I'm trying to think of a good section of it that's fine without color correction and without sound design. Because that's the other thing is sound design is so clutch. Oh, you know what you could do is you could release the opening commercial.
Oh yeah, because that's pretty. I mean, that obviously is going to get mixed and colored, but as is really fun.
That's true. I could put that up as a little teaser.
Yeah.
For sure.
It doesn't reflect the film as a whole, but it's fun.
Right. It opens with a fake local business commercial for the funeral home.
Why? Everything's just turned into a vaccine thing.
Yeah. So welcome to your weekly COVID hoax chat live stream. JK. COVID's not a hoax. So let's talk about...
Did he shoot the commercial?
Wait. Is that... I shot that commercial. Wolf. I mean, are you who I think you are? Wolf Parm? I don't know by usernames who's up in the mix. Trailer drop for the Decedent is happening at the end of this live stream. Just kidding. I haven't cut it. I have put up that commercial segment on YouTube. I could make it public. Anyway, let's talk about Doctor Strange 2 really quick. And then we're going to talk about Adam's film. We're not going to spend all day. I've already complained about Doctor Strange 2.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about spoilers. I'm just going to say I was guaranteed by a number of people that I would love it as a Sam Raimi fan. And ultimately, I was let down as a Sam Raimi fan.
Entirely?
But, no, not entirely. But, you know, it's exactly what I expected. So I just felt a little misled because everyone was like, brother, trust me, you like Sam Raimi, you're going to have your mind blown. But it was just a Marvel movie with a couple of Sam Raimi sequences. I think it was one of the...
Let down by the wig, Hero Hair says. Was it a bad wig?
I mean, beyond bad. The whole time I was thinking, like...
wig, though?
Doctor Strange's wig.
His wig.
The entire time, I was like, how is this wig not convincing me? That hairline, I mean, Hero Hair, you could speak to it more specifically, but like the hairline was just so painted in.
I think that's what they were going for, though, is that fake Clark Kent look, because that's ridiculous.
But there's some shots in the movie, and it might have even been like maybe pickups. Maybe pickups had a different team.
I'm getting texts from Hero Hair.
Yeah. But that's great. I felt like this was the best example of the worst parts of Marvel in a lot of ways, in the sense that, man, it went from like really exciting sequences into like long, boring television. And it was like very, goddamn, just had a lot of space around things that didn't need space around them. A lot of long chats, a lot of long walk and talks, and it felt like they were doing housekeeping, a lot of exposition that honestly didn't affect the film we were watching. But they've got a lot of heavy lifting to do for a bigger picture narrative. So, all that said, let me direct a Marvel movie one day, let Olivia star in one day, and let us never say anything bad enough about them to where we wouldn't be hired to work for them.
I don't know why you keep talking about them. I've been saying this for years, but sure.
Yeah,
we're
for sure.
Getting hired.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I've never said it.
That's not true. That's not true. But anyway, I also felt like the Raimi moments were very, restricted. They were very held back. It was like Raimi. It was Raimi making a Marvel movie, so it's not going to be full Raimi. It's not even going to be Drag Me to Hell. There was one really cool moment during the finale where I was like smiling and giddy the entire time. And I'm sure people that have seen the film know what I'm talking about, but it was just Army of Darkness. They just remade Army of Darkness for like 8 minutes. And at that point I was like, I'm hard. Sorry. But it's just true. That got me. That was like Raimi kind of at 100. But most of the time it was Raimi at like a 75. But what else? Yeah, that's what it's going to be. It's a giant movie. There were elements it made me feel like I was watching Oz the Great and Powerful. Totally. Yeah. Where I was like, there were glimpses of the Raimi kind of untethered, but ultimately, it wasn't. But I did myself dirty. I rewatched Darkman. I rewatched Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. I rewatched Drag Me to Hell in preparation for Doctor Strange.
I love Drag Me to Hell
so much.
When I worked with Allison, that's all I could talk to her.
Was she into talking about Drag Me to Hell?
Yeah, she's great. She loved talking about all that stuff. But like, she's so good in that movie.
She's so good in that movie, and it's a very tight, concise movie.
It's perfect.
It's perfect, and I feel like
I want to make a movie like that.
Well, dude,
wait, we just did.
Well, kind of
a perfect movie.
Yes, but I know what you mean, though. Like a very focused.
Yeah.
It's like very singular in its narrative.
It knows its language.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's the one we're talking about.
That's not the one we're talking about.
What are you talking about?
The one we're talking about. You mean the one that they don't know about that we're talking about?
Yeah.
But that's not anything like Drag Me to Hell.
How do you know?
How do you fucking know?
It could be like it in its focus.
Sure. In its focus, but it's not the same.
But I'm just saying it could be 2 or 3 characters and it's just clack. It all clicks. It all horrors along. Okay. So ultimately let down by Doctor Strange 2. All the parts that people think are tight, I also think are tight. The big sequence that everybody's saying is too graphic for children. She's taking off the jersey.
No, I'm just putting something on the board.
Okay. They oddly cut around the violence in that very violent sequence to where it became more confusing. Let's not talk in specifics, but what happened to Captain Carter was very confusing in the edit. And the discourse of is it too violent? It's PG-13, dude. And it feels like a PG-13 film. You know what I mean? That's chill. It should be PG-13.
Are all Marvel movies PG-13?
No, most are PG.
What? I don't watch them all.
Yeah. This one was PG-13. Oh yeah, we should talk about what we're
drinking.
Drinking. It's a West Coast IPA called Shoulder Pads. Because we were watching 80s movies.
Very fitting for the movie.
It's very fitting for the movie we were watching. Okay, let's talk about Jungle of Darkness. Adam Doherty, the creature designer for the Onyx film, has launched a Kickstarter. I feel an inherent connection to anyone that's launched a Kickstarter because we've been through it
many times.
But I specifically feel a connection to Adam because we have worked together. He talked to me about this short some time ago, and so it's been brewing for a while. And I think if you know his work and if you check out his Kickstarter page, you'll see that this short for him and his team is a really great culmination of all of their talents and all their time that they've put into all of the projects they've been a part of. So I urge you to go to the link for his Kickstarter, which is also in...
Do we have the link in the thing?
In the description.
Okay,
yeah. Oh, yeah. And Marty, if you want to... Oh, can you put links in chat? Didn't we realize that was like a no-no? That YouTube was like, fuck you.
Really?
I think.
That'd be so nice to put the link to Decedent.
I know. We put the link to Decedent. We put the link to Jungle of Darkness. But
was that just something that was easy to do when we had whatchamacallit set up? OBS.
Yeah, OBS. I mean, that's the thing. When we were running OBS, dude, we were kings and queens.
I know, we really were. We could have guests.
We could have guests.
Oh my god, we should have an OBS day. I know it's hard to run that, but like we could have a couple guests.
You know, the truth is, if I took 10 minutes, I could run OBS and be fine.
Yeah.
And I just refuse to do it. But you know what's funny? I was having a problem in Adobe Premiere. This is the most boring topic I could talk about. And I was so overwhelmed by the issue because it was such an editor issue. It was applying a color correction that I wasn't applying, but it wasn't in the sequence settings. It was in the root media settings. And it was like, y'all want some Rec 709 on that?
That's stupid.
It was like doubling up a color correction. Anyway.
Is that what was happening to the footage we shot on the side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I had to dive deep as an editor and do a bunch of research, and I found the problem, and it took me like
bottom line
40 minutes.
You could do OBS.
I could run OBS, but I refused to.
Adam,
what do you say? Oh, we're already at 15% for the first day. Is that decent for a kick? I would say so, Adam. Mm-hmm. I would say, I mean, look at it like this. You got 30 days to raise 50 grand. You've got to raise like 1,600 or 1,700 a day. So I could talk about this for hours and hours. But every day, just wake up and think, I got to raise 2 grand. I got to raise 2 grand. Where have I not posted recently? Should I post on TikTok? Should I post on Instagram? Oh, we got an Instagram post doing well. Maybe I'll post on YouTube. Just constantly go through.
You were an animal during your Kickstarter.
I was.
You were constantly in Onyx clothes. You would wake up, you would put the Onyx outfit on.
Yeah.
And you would just go between platforms.
Yeah, I would.
Making sure people could see.
Yeah. So that's the easiest way to think about it. Like my editing of the Onyx movie, I've got a calendar up there. It's 2 minutes a day. If you think about, I've got a feature to edit in a month and a half. That's terrifying, right? Oh, the link does work. But if you think about 2 minutes a day, so think about 2 grand a day. And Adam, I'm sure you know this from kind of witnessing pieces of the Onyx Kickstarter. Maybe you add a reward at a certain point. Maybe you listen to the people that are commenting and saying, why aren't you doing this? Or why don't you offer this? And give them what they're offering if it's something you think you can provide. I mean, what they're suggesting, if it's something you think you can provide. So anyway, it's an organic thing. It's not a set it and forget it, which I think you know. I thought maybe the Onyx fans would just show up week 1 and I'd be funded. And
I told you they wouldn't.
I know. You did. And then it turned into an odyssey of the mind.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. So go to the Kickstarter link for Adam's film. I know he's talked about this and he talks about it on the page. but it's heavy on practical
effects.
It's heavy on practical effects. It's heavy on practical effects, even down to using miniatures, and they show off some of that in the video.
Adam's a goddamn genius, and
right,
his shit needs to be seen. So
he's a GDG. So what do you fucking want from us? He's a GDG.
I mean, I can't wait for people to see what he did in our movie. So I can't even imagine what he's doing in his movie.
As I've been editing, so I've been editing the finale first. There's a lot of ghoul action in the finale.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I cut to those ghouls, I get a little tickle in my taters. I mean, what can we say?
You really want potatoes tonight?
I want some fries. I want some hash browns, some tater tots, or some fries. Fight the lull pin is an example, Adam. When we got halfway through, which is still on my calendar here, that's the halfway point. We did fight the lull pins. Anybody that upped their pledge that day got to fight the lull pin. So just know you need to be listening and responding as you're navigating your way through this Kickstarter, that it's not gonna, it's not gonna fund itself, but you know that. So why don't, yes, equal spam, put in that Kickstarter link. Adam, why don't you quickly in chat, even though I know we couldn't have you on as a guest because I refused to learn OBS, why don't you talk about some of the rewards? Because the cool thing, he could FaceTime.
Why don't you just FaceTime on the phone?
I don't know, because I'm a boomer and I forgot about that as an option. We can do it. Why don't we, hey, Adam.
Adam, do you want to FaceTime?
Do you want to just FaceTime and I'll hold you up right now and ask you some questions about your Kickstarter? Answer in chat. Check yes or no. I hope he checks yes.
He's just not there anymore.
He's already gone. JK. Yes, he said yes. So
see, I figured it out.
You did figure it out. It's so funny because I did this during the Onyx Kickstarter, I remember.
Yeah, all the time.
I had Zach Galligan from Little Willie FaceTime in. Oh, what? I even have my phone tripod, but it has a puppet on it right now.
Really?
Some behind the scenes shit. Okay.
Right here.
So once Adam FaceTimes me. No. Oh, you're on Android.
Fuck, I didn't see that coming.
Okay. We're going to figure this out.
We're not.
No, we are. It's going to be a Zoom link.
You got to Zoom him.
I'm going to send you a Zoom link right now. You're sending me I know you're sending me a Duo link.
What's that?
I do have Duo because that's how my dad likes to talk.
Duo.
Yeah. Oh, it's not downloaded. Adam, let's do Zoom. Hang tight. Olivia?
Yeah?
Handle chat while I get this Zoom link going.
Ask me some questions, chat. They're here for you, though.
No way. They're here for the vibe.
It is a vibe.
It is a vibe.
What is the vibe? You love my braid? Thanks. I braid my hair a lot, actually. Probably because I ride horses every day and it keeps it out of my face. How's my week been? It's been pretty chill. Been here a lot, editing with Bows, hanging with my pups. Vibes are not as chill as promised today. I don't know what the fuck that means. What did we promise?
I don't know. What does it say?
Vibes are not as chill as promised.
Because I was ranting about Doctor Strange. Here, let's bring it back to something chill. Favorite day on Talisman of Souls.
Favorite day on Talisman of Souls? Oh, fuck. Honestly, the last day was so great. It was magical. The last day was really great. We had some amazing puppets. We had so many puppets on the last day, and the puppets will get you real hard. It was real magical as the sun comes up. Because the last week and a half that we shot was overnight, so we were all really out of it and loopy. And everyone was just so happy when it ended.
That was a really
not
cool
that
day.
It ended, but it was just like, wow, we did that. It was just like the most euphoric feeling.
Adam, I just texted you an invite to this Zoom meeting.
Come join this Zoom meeting.
It's this one. It's this one here.
Does Andrew really smell of honey and wildflowers?
Oh, is that a rumor?
Is that a rumor? No, you smell like pine trees.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. What's my favorite Air Bud movie?
Uh,
Well, fuck. Probably the first one.
yeah. How would you deny the classic?
I don't know how you could. Best horror movie for Friday the 13th. For Friday? Best friend. Is that Adam?
It is. It's happening.
Hey, I'm in.
He's
Hey,
in.
everybody.
How do we make it?
How's it going? Oh, weird. That's strange.
Is it echoing on your end?
No, I muted it, so it's fine.
Okay, chill.
Can everybody hear me all right?
Yeah, so give Adam a Hubie Halloween if you can hear him. Because I think he also loves Hubie Halloween.
I do.
Well, let me go ahead and ask you a couple questions, Adam.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you.
Hubie, we got a lot of Hubies.
We got a lot of Hubies.
Yay!
So, would you say there is one specific film or work of art that inspired Jungle of Darkness? I know it's kind of based on like jungle adventure serials from back in the day, but is there anything specific that is what triggered this idea for you?
It's more just it's a practice of practical effects. So it was just, the trigger was Jim Henson puppets.
Yeah.
Then I just love the challenge of jungle adventure. There's not enough, and there's no good jungle adventures since like Indiana Jones.
Well, so you're removing Jungle Cruise with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and that's what I really want to get to here, because I love that movie.
Terrible. That's the worst, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
It's wild how bad that movie is.
It's crazy.
It's really weird.
Stop and go. $1 billion made this giant, terrible movie based on one of the best rides ever.
Totally. It's really weird. That movie did not need to be that bad.
No.
So is everything, and forgive me if I ask questions that are too technically inclined, but that's just where my interests go. So is everything being shot in a studio, in a sound stage? Are you going out?
Everything is in the shop. So the shop you saw, the shop you see, and all the making of the Onyx stuff is where we're building 2 full-size sets, shooting all the miniatures and all the forced perspective stuff, doing all the stop motion in-house. Basically, everything is happening inside of the shop.
Love it.
So
I mean, you brought up doing some elements of the Onyx finale as miniatures, and I always loved that idea.
My fave.
Yeah. And
I'm still voting for a practical effects title card.
I think that very much should happen.
Yeah.
I think you're right on that. I was rewatching. I mean, I know everybody references The Thing, but I was rewatching The Thing, and I just love that opening title.
Bram Stoker's Dracula has a really beautiful practical title.
I watched that last year, and I don't remember. I need to look it up.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Olivia hates Dracula, so she's out.
No, I'm fucking writing it down.
Oh,
we have a chalkboard.
We do have a chalkboard over there. So, are you?
And then also watch Tim Burton's Ed Wood.
Brother.
We watch Ed Wood on the daily.
It's on a loop.
Yeah.
It's on the VHS. It's on a loop. Yes, love that.
Ed Wood going through the veins.
I know. I mean, and that opening sequence, it's a lot, in a great way. You're fully cast, correct? Have you announced all the cast?
Most of it. I mean, it's mainly the challenge was, how do you make a jungle adventure in Colorado? Well, our one hero, our one live actor, is stuck in quicksand the entire time.
Right.
And characters are interacting with him. Most of it's all puppets. There's only 2 live actors, one in the present day, or actually like in the 90s, and then one in the 30s.
Yeah.
And then everything else is puppets and stop motion and just fake. So it's a very kind of stage play, shoot it all in house. It's also inspired by George Millier's work, where it's all shot in one location, and we're just swapping sets and using props in the same place and everything. And
who is the actor that's stuck in quicksand?
That's Daniel Roebuck, Grandpa Munster in the new Rob Zombie's Munster movie.
Yeah. So how are you doing the quicksand?
Raised set,
Yeah.
And a common thing used for sand in movies is vermiculite, which is a ground cork, which reads as sand but is
Well,
insanely
you just
light.
made up that word, so we're gonna need to unpack that. What is it? Vermiculite?
Yeah, it's ground up cork. It's used for like packing materials or in concrete walls and stuff as insulation, but it reads on camera as sand, but there's no weight to it. So we can make a false quicksand thing.
Love it.
With our actor basically in a thing filled with sand, sand all the way to the brim.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting in a chair underneath a set. And then with a raised set, that gives all the access underneath for puppeteers to come through to perform.
Yeah, that's tight. Are the people, is it the kind of the same crew that worked on the Onyx film as far as your team?
The best crew.
Trying, yeah.
TBC?
A lot of them, yeah, some are getting different jobs and bouncing around, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to, that's my team right there. So that's part of this project is I'm trying to keep everyone from spreading out. So
Yeah.
I'm going, guys, let's fund some money so we can all stick together and have another thing to keep us busy for the next few months until something else shows up.
Yes.
Or we get this done and hopefully try to just keep the ball rolling on more and more projects that just get bigger.
Yeah. Well, you should also, I don't know if you can think about it before we end the live stream, but you should put some of the links to your other shorts in the chat.
Can I post links? Does that work?
I think so. I think you could slam a link in there.
Okay.
Because I mean, we get glimpses of them in your Kickstarter video, but I think people would really enjoy watching, the entire shorts that you've done. Do you feel like when you were editing, or who edited the Kickstarter video? Was it Maddie?
No, it's me.
So when you were editing that, did you look at some like old footage of you? I mean, old from a number of years ago at like Monsterpalooza and think, man, I've done so much, and all the stuff of you at ADI. Like, did it cause a little bit of nostalgia?
I've done a ton of crap.
You've done a ton of crap. I mean, I just think about the first time
that,
I saw you at Monsterpalooza, and you've done so much since then.
Yeah, I mean, I started working on movies when I was 21, but I
Yeah.
was in the toy industry for like 4 years before that, just out of my mom's basement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm constantly making stuff, and the list keeps growing and growing, and I'm trying to make it so it's less of growing and growing of me just being a worker for hire and working on other people's stories, and more
Totally.
of me trying to tell my own stories and build my own thing. So
Totally.
it's gradually trying to climb that ladder.
I mean,
slowly.
I think we've been on similar journeys. I think that's why we vibe so well with Onyx, because I'm a producer for hire oftentimes and a director for hire. And you get to a point where you're like, well, wait. I mean, we got only so much time here. I want to get the ideas that are in my head out. And I commend you for doing that.
Actor.
Imagine, this is a very tangential, but a friend recently uploaded on TikTok. He had a bad week as an actor, a couple of rejections, and he was crying, and I really felt for him. And I know that feeling of like, just kind of lack of control. You're at the whim of projects coming along that require you. And I think it's so cool that you're activating your team to create something, instead of just like, waiting for the next project. Who knows? Like,
yeah, I mean, I actually was working on this really, really hard at ADI, and the plan was to use my old boss, Alec Gillis, as the adventurer. We're going to shoot it all in ADI. He was all game. The same thing we did for Puglu from Planet P, just jungle. I started sculpting the shrunken heads. I started sculpting creatures and this and that. And then the shop ended up downsizing. And then they announced the Jungle Cruise movie. And I go, well, there it is. The Jungle Cruise movie is going to have it all. Everything I'm doing is based on what I imagine a Jungle Cruise movie should be like.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw it and was like, it
had nothing that was in your...
It had nothing to do with it.
Bad, yeah.
The aesthetic wasn't there. And who wants to go see a jungle adventure that's not in the jungle? It's the CG jungle.
Yeah.
CG water. It's a boat in front of green screen. And I was like, where's like the whole fun is that you're in an environment and things are there and the creatures are there. And that's the whole point of the ride. The whole point of the ride is bringing different worlds into one place that you thought you'd never see before.
Totally. Well,
and I don't understand how they couldn't grasp that. And some of my favorite artists that all my work is based on were the artists who worked on the ride back in '54. Actually, the sculptor of the creature from the Black Lagoon, which is my favorite monster, I've sculpted them a dozen times. Sculpted the hippos, sculpted the elephant, sculpted the rhino. He did all this work as just a sculptor for hire. And now they're replacing his work with other stuff to modernize it and just make it more aesthetic to the movie. And it's so strange to me. I don't really get it.
Well, that's why I think it's smart to just strike out on creating your own world and building out the aesthetic that you like and that you're attracted to. Well, thank you for popping in on Zoom with us, Adam.
Yeah, thank you both.
I'm glad
I really appreciate it.
It's so nice to see
we wrangled modern technology to make this happen.
We did it.
So everybody has, people have 30 days to back this project, but I know from running a Kickstarter, it's really important that you get farther ahead sooner.
Yeah.
So I would just urge everybody to get activated now, to go to the link and back it, because a lot of it is just, a psychological thing of people seeing the number and believing that you'll get there. So I just urge everybody to go to his link and back Jungle of Darkness.
Yeah, and we're trying for 50K. That's okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to get the link for Pug Glue while I'm also talking.
Oh yeah.
But we're trying to reach 50K, and that's to basically employ my crew for 2 months while we build all these puppets and sets and everything, and just keep the shop running full staff for as long as we can, and produce something cool. And also all the perks we're making here in-house, everything's hand cast and painted by me and everybody working here.
Yeah.
And so it's all coming from us. So all the quality control is just me mailing it and shipping it and painting it.
Yeah. Well, Nate said something that I wanted to bring up. This is a really good pointer that somebody gave me early on in the Kickstarter. Adam, if you make like a public Google folder link that has images to share on Instagram, links about the film, then just tweet that Google folder link. Anybody can grab it. And, I had people cut in promos about the Onyx Kickstarter into their podcasts, and I didn't have to do anything other than send them this link. Instagram images, everybody can grab them. So think about doing that, because that is like,
I've never even heard of this. A Google folder link.
if you just make if you make a folder link that's public on like your Google Drive, and then fill it full of promo materials like square images, short videos, and then just like say, hey, anybody that wants to share this, share it, and people can grab it.
I don't know what this is. Okay, Matt the intern knows what this is, so that's good.
Yeah. Again, I had people splice stuff into their podcast
awesome.
without having to do anything other than share this link. So,
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, do that, and then we'll all like download it and post it ourselves, and just keep promoting the Kickstarter.
That's awesome.
All right.
Excited for you, Adam.
Mad Balls are getting done. We're having a painting party next week. We're probably going to live stream it too, so we could just all sit here and live stream everyone painting Mad Balls. I thought that'd be kind of fun.
Oh, I love it. Well, yeah, that's another thing. I mean, Creature Kids Shop not only did the full-on puppets for our film, but they did the Battle Cats toys as props. They're doing the Mad Balls as Kickstarter rewards. They're so involved with the Onyx film. And that's the other thing is like your work is going to be something that people can watch as you do it. I assume the same on Jungle of Darkness, that people will be able to watch you on TikTok the way I was able to watch you live stream as you sculpted. There's a little Onyx Mad Ball.
Look at that. We figured it out. That paint ain't coming off.
It's crazy.
Did so many trial and errors and tests to get this right.
It's crazy to me that even in Mad Ball form, Onyx is really sexy. And you wouldn't expect that, but
I'm really proud of. We're going to be using, because I'm so happy with this, we're using the same technique for the Shrunken Head toy rewards. So they'll be Mad Balls, but we're going to do Troll Doll hair on them. That's the plan.
You had me at Troll Doll hair.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
I loved it.
Awesome.
Well, thank you both.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. So good to see you. Excited for you.
Thank everybody for watching, and if you donate or if you just share it, everything helps.
Totally. A share is just as valuable as a donation. I learned that. All right. Thank you, Adam, and best of luck.
Right.
We'll check in over the
Bye.
course of your Kickstarter.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Adam. Look at that. We did it.
Modern technology.
Modern technology.
Do you ever see that? Was that on your foot?
Yeah.
Do you ever see that film Strange Days? That was kind of like Strange Days. Being able to Zoom with somebody on a live stream. It still says
Hey, look, it's 7:01, but I don't want to end.
Well, we can go a little long. It's not like anybody's. This is my channel. Nobody.
That's true.
End meeting for all. I hadn't even ended the Zoom meeting yet. Thank you, Adam.
One of my favorite days of my career was when we did the Abaddon stuff.
The of me in the bed.
Mhm.
Yeah. There were
so excited about that shot.
Because that, I think, is a specific like chord that we're both touched by in regards to our childhood memories of films. That shot feels like something we saw as a kid in a weird movie where we were like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. Iconic. I love the word iconic in regards to anything.
Sorry. Anything that you do. Sorry. Jason.
No, I love it.
No.
Just
you just spilled beer.
I know, but it was a bit, but it also I actually did it.
You don't want a broken laptop like me.
Yeah.
What's going on, chat?
Oh, that's a good Dustin, that's a good question.
What's the question?
I want to hear your story again about continuing to do Onyx. It was something about going to a comic book store and seeing a comic cover. Well, that's interesting. I think what I said on a live stream, I think during the Kickstarter, was that I was thinking about, I love like the way I talk about retiring Onyx is the way like Elvis talked about retiring. It's like very low stakes compared to what Elvis was going through. But there was a time where I was a little depressed, and I remember going to a comic book store to buy a copy of Count Crowley, which I hadn't read yet, but I follow the writer on Instagram, and I was like, this looks right up my alley. I'm gonna get out of my depression and go to the comic book store in Pasadena and buy an issue of Count Crowley. And as I'm there buying Count Crowley, thinking about like, what do I do? Do I keep doing Onyx stuff? Do I try to pivot? Like, no one's making the Little Willie feature. I can't find money to do anything on a larger scale. While I'm at the comic book store, this guy comes up to me and he's like, I'm sorry, but are you Onyx the Fortuitous? And I was like, I am. And he's like, can I get a picture with you? And it was just that interaction. I just left that comic store with a copy of Count Crowley with that little bit of encouragement from someone who'd seen my videos and thought, I don't know, maybe I should keep doing Onyx stuff. And then Count Crowley is very much in the same kind of tonal wheelhouse as the Onyx film. So I think that's the story you're talking about. And the artist for Count Crowley is who does all the Onyx art for the posters and the.
Really?
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, I wrote him and I was like, and I now I've met the creator of Count Crowley at a couple of parties, and we've like totally vibed out. Yeah, we've really vibed out. He's great.
Wait,
okay.
We have an IMDb page. Why is that? I'm not added to it.
I think you are on the IMDb
I don't
page.
know. I don't know.
But your credit of master oversight is not there yet.
We're gonna add that.
We'll add that. Yeah. Vibes. Gratitude to that stranger at the comic store. It's true. But you know what? Not to get too mystical about it, Olivia, even though I know you're fine with things getting mystic.
It's my favorite.
Mystic Museum poster.
I don't know if people they can't see the secrets.
It's okay. It's always.
I don't like not being in the center. That's why we're in the center of frame, because it's so wide angle. If you get to the outside, it starts distorting your face.
What do you want?
I like being I like when we are centered.
Where we're both centered.
That's why I'm like huddled in the middle, because if you get to the outside, it starts distorting your face.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
No, not to get too mystic, but every time I'm not exaggerating. Every time I've had some weird internal conversation about ending Onyx or retiring, exploring that character, I will be confronted by somebody who says, hey, Aren't you Onyx? I mean, it happens.
It
like
does
fucking
happen all the
clockwork.
time.
I've
Whenever
told
you're
you
having a
about
bad
it.
day, you like run to the store to get fucking cat food, and you get accosted by Onyx fans.
Yeah, or even on my street. There was one time when I was walking down my street to go on a hike, and I was like, fucking nobody fucking cares about what the fuck I do. And then this guy got out of his car and was like, "Are you the weird Satanist guy?" I mean, it's like, so, you know. But I'm not a very cosmic person. I don't like putting...
What?
Well, I don't like putting faith in the cosmos.
Whoa, this would be a weird way to end this.
Woo!
Next
hour of this live stream. Can we put faith in the
We
cosmos?
start with vaccines, end with that.
yeah. Anyway, little coincidences are the universe's way of balancing itself out. I guess I could agree with that. What about Bizarre States?
Any of the Bizarre States restart?
I told Chobot that I was just too busy with Onyx to weigh in December, or whenever she was talking about relaunching, and then that continued through the production of Onyx. So I haven't checked back in. So I don't know where we're at with that. But
Ken's going crazy.
But it is happening. What's happening? Are people getting wild?
People all left and right, I guess.
Hidden. Anybody that doesn't believe in cosmic coincidence, hidden. Just kidding. All right. So, any other last minute questions before we sign off? Are you ready to sign off?
We got to order potatoes.
We got to get some potatoes.
Possible French fries or spring rolls. Because we got to keep editing Onyx, and we need some fuel. Yeah, we need some fuel. What do y'all think of Jason X? You know, I'm really glad that this question was finally asked. Whew. The coolest things that I learned about Jason X, one was that I think they were filming it while Scream came out. And so they got the note from the studio that it had to be meta and that the characters had to start acting and talking like they knew they were in a horror film, the way the characters do in Scream. So like halfway through the film, the characters just start talking like bad Kevin Williamson impressions. Also, Jason X is kind of tight. That's my other takeaway, is that Jason X is kind of tight. Whoa. Oh, bee! Did you hear that? I did hear it. No, it's not a bee. Is it a bee? It's a big, I think maybe it's a big fly. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, it's huge. The garage makes no promises. Sorry. Well, it's okay. I'm allergic to bees, so I get a little scared. Yeah. That was like something on Friday the 13th. Obviously, I love the frozen head kill in Jason X. Okay. Thank you for coming out, and thank you for considering backing The Decedent and Jungle of Darkness. It's a really great film. I think we should put out a couple clips. I think people will be stoked. I think you're right. I think we should. I had hair. I had grown my hair out. For Decedent? Yeah. I had what are you talking about? Do you not know? I don't remember that. I had long hair. That was only a few months ago. I know. I made the decision to like have long hair. How long? How do I not remember? I stare at the footage. I had long hair in the Decedent. My brain makes... I know, but I'm so used to seeing you in wigs that I can't register. I know. You guys are great. Cosmic Thanks for letting me join these live streams. Yes. Thanks for having me. We'll see you all next week. All right. That was a mega pint of a live stream. An hour and 8 minutes. Okay. All right. All right. Bye. Bye.